Hi, good morning, and it's time to bring you some sports news with me, Thierry Nyan, here on TV3's New Day. Now let's get into the details. And a reason has been put to why referee Joseph Lamptey has been banned by FIFA. Well, he was banned for life by football governing body FIFA because match fixing was uncovered following irregular betting activity around the game. The revelation by Reuters, quoting anonymous sources from World Football Governing Body FIFA, suggests suspicion that Lamptey may have been influenced by betting syndicates. The official was found guilty of unlawfully influencing the match results after handling South Africa a soft penalty for handball just before halftime and allowing a second goal in controversial circumstances from a quickly taken free kick soon after in a qualifying match for the 2018 finals in Russia. FIFA has not said who influenced Lamptey to help South Africa win. The ban has been seen as a negative statement on the standard of officiating in Ghana, while in South Africa it has ended or added to a gloomy picture of match fixing and corruption around their game. All right, so then to the Ghana Football Association, and Ghana's search for a new coach is down to the final stretch after the Ghana Football Association search party pruned the list down to 3 after its sitting on Monday, with interviews scheduled next week.
From over 100 applicants, there are only 3 standing. There is no Harry Redknapp, no Hervé Renard because he simply didn't apply and won't leave Morocco, and none of the marquee names that were bandied around. Instead, there is former Black Stars captain and coach Kwesi Appiah, the former Bayern Munich star Willy Sagnol, and the current Cameroon coach Hugo Broos. Broos shot to continental prominence after leading Cameroon to their 5th Nations Cup title, beating Ghana in the process. But his presence on that shortlist raises curious questions. He is still in charge of Cameroon, so his chances of him turning up for the interview are suspiciously low. This, in all likelihood, will be a straight fight between Appiah and Sagnol. Appiah was Black Stars coach between March 2012 to July 2014, earning respect for guiding his side to the 2014 World Cup with stunning victories over Zambia and Egypt. He lost his job and much of his reputation, however, after a shambolic campaign that was ruined by player indiscipline, squabbles over money, and poor football. He has since been working in Sudan, quietly molding one of the country's emerging sides. Willy Sagnol, meanwhile, has not held a coaching job since 2016 when he ended a 2-year spell at Bordeaux. Before then, he was in charge of the French under-21 side and enjoyed a remarkable playing career with Bayern Munich and the French national team, for whom he played more than 50 times. His Bordeaux side played some thrilling football, but he was also embroiled in a major controversy after saying African players are powerful but suggested they lack intelligence and discipline. This is unlikely to count against him much. What he faces, though, is a formidable opponent in Appiah, with the calls for a local coach growing louder in some quarters.
Talk about countries looking for national team coaches. Ivory Coast have named former Belgium international Mike Wilmots as their new head coach. The 48-year-old replaces Michel Desailly, who was sacked after a disastrous Nations Cup showing this year. Wilmots, the former boss of Belgium, has signed a 2-year contract with the target of qualifying for the 2018 World Cup in Russia and the African Cup of Nations in Cameroon a year later. He will get the chance to see his new charges in action almost immediately as Ivory Coast play 2 friendlies. Ibrahim Kamara will take charge of the team for the games against Russia on Friday and in Krasnodar, and then Senegal 3 days later in France. Now, on that note, we move to the international games. Remember, club football has been held because of these. Now, Mesut Ozil, Julian Draxler and Mario Gomez have all withdrawn from Germany's friendly against England in Dortmund later tonight. Arsenal playmaker Mesut Ozil and Paris Saint-Germain forward Julian Draxler have both reported hamstring problems, while Wolfsburg striker Gomez has a groin injury. Germany had already confirmed that goalkeeper Manuel Neuer would play no part because of a calf complaint. Meanwhile, forward Lukas Podolski will captain the team in his last match for his country. Still with German football, and Germany's Lukas Podolski will receive an appropriate farewell when the world champions meet England in a high-quality friendly later tonight, with the forward having become one of the country's all-time greats, according to head coach Joachim Low.
It's going to be a mixture between beautiful and sad feelings to be a witness to Lukas's farewell match. We've gone a long way together with lots of hurdles, disappointments, but also lots of joy. I think the stage is set for tomorrow, and just the right kind of stage. Fantastic stadium, a sellout crowd, and because after all, Lukas was one of the greatest players that German football has ever seen. He's left a mark on my life as a coach as well. From his 130 caps, tomorrow will be his 130th, 128 we've played or accompanied each other 2 games. I think he made his debut.
So over to South America, and their World Cup qualifiers begin on Thursday, with some top sides on the continent on the verge of failing to make the biggest football showpiece in the world. Some are flying so high it will take a miracle not to qualify. Brazil are only 1 win away from reaching their target of making it to Russia 2018 World Cup when they come up against Uruguay. Argentina and Colombia will also be facing high exits in this particular qualifying series. We'll bring you a finished detail of how the groups stand and why some of these teams may be missing out in the showpiece in Russia later in 2018.